busy, busy time of year for the softball team. With head coach Sandy Pearsall, I'm Sean Moth. We appreciate you watching. We roll back to last week and the dreaded midweek doubleheader on the road at Villanova, and boy, credit to your team. You know, you're in, you play, you're out, and Tori gives you a great performance in the first game in a 7-0 shutout, and then the second game you have a miscue, give up a couple unearned runs, you're down 4-1, but the offense comes back and wins it for you 8-4, and that's got to be a nice flight home from that doubleheader sweep.
Yeah. You know, I got we just came out offensively. I thought so great. We've had our ups and downs and our struggles a little bit, but it seemed like we just kind of relaxed and had some fun, which was good. We needed that. We just needed to have some fun and just hit the ball, feel good about ourselves nicely. You know, we put a lot of emphasis on line drive hitting, not trying to take it out of the park so much, just relax and have some fun, and it paid off. And that second game, even I have to tell you, it's one of the during the course of a game, oh God, are we going to be able to create enough? But I'll tell you what, that game, when they went up 4-1, I said, we're okay. Yeah. We're okay. It's early in the game. We can hit. We'll be it. And it was really, the zone was a really tight zone. There wasn't much flexion for either pitcher on either side, so I really felt like, okay, if you're going to put the ball right, if the zone's that tight, our team's going to definitely be able to hit the ball. Yeah. So it came out great, though. But, some great hitting by pretty much my whole team. But Walney was on fire, just on fire. And
I think Tanner in that second game drove in three runs, so the Cards pick up that huge sweep, and those are invaluable because that's such a tough demand on the team. They turn around and they host a Longwood team, and folks that maybe don't follow the game can say, oh, that's got to be a cakewalk, but it's a solid squad that has played well in the past, and I was really impressed. You guys took care of business, and not only that, Tori Collins, who's flirted with no-hitters on at least 2 occasions this year, throwing one-hitters, she was so nice she did it twice. I mean, back-to-back no-hitters for Tori Collins, and what a credit to her.
Yeah, I think, she certainly was pleased, and even more so, I think, with the Sunday game, 7 innings. And but again, she kind of took it into her own hands, too, to make sure, a little pop-up in the infield, though, for that ball, makes the catch. That's the kind of emphasis you have to have in defense if you want to have no-hitters, and she certainly did a great job. And that was a good team, really, Longwood. Yeah. If you look at their stats offensively, and they've played some good teams. It's not a weak schedule. They've been to the NCAAs in the past. Some great power numbers, unbelievable number of home runs hit. And I think we did a great job of only having a couple deep hits at all the whole game long, deep fly balls that we were able to get to. Jordy Trimble went back on one big, and I think we had a diving catch from Kristen Austin out there. But really solid performance by my pitching staff as well as the offense.
Yeah, I think a big win in the first game, 8-0 or 7-0. The second game, I think, a little closer, but only the 1 run and then another no-hitter. I think they walked away with only 3 or 4 hits all weekend. And when you can get that pitching and the defense, like you mentioned, the hitting kind of becomes gravy. And it's crazy to say the team's on a bit of a roll when you're standing here at 38-2 or 39-2, but the team's playing well of late.
There's times when you just feel good.
Yeah.
And I think we're a little looser again. We've relaxed a little bit. We're back to having a little more fun. I think we got a little tight. And I think that was a reflection of all the pressure of being undefeated and then losing, quickly 2 games, and then just feeling like everything wasn't falling into place. Now everything is, and people are feeling a lot better about themselves. There's a little more confidence. Everybody's having a little more fun. And that's kind of contagious.
No
it starts to roll, and now the whole team feels pretty good about themselves.
A loose team is a dangerous team. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The fun continues, and this is a good challenge. Yeah. It's going to be a big challenge because it's the only team ahead of the Cards in the Big East standings, and USF Bulls, an outstanding squad. It's Wednesday at Ulmer Stadium. It's a doubleheader, and I guess the fun factor is that this is a nationally televised doubleheader. This is ESPNU, the big crew's coming in, and your kids get an opportunity to show their stuff on national TV, and that's exciting.
Yeah, I don't think either team is going to be flat, that's for sure. Both teams are going to be very highly motivated, very up. It's great opportunity for both of us to be on national television. South Florida is having a tremendous year. They've had a couple of rocky years, and they are totally back here. Yeah. And everything they're doing, they're an extremely confident squad right now. And the top pitcher in the country on the mound for him in Nivens, her ERA .74, 78, something like that at this moment. Just an incredible lefty. Lefty. Throws very hard, great curveball, screwball. She's going to be very tough. And I think we're very excited. This is a great opportunity to play such a great team who has had already a signature win this year against Florida. And, this is a fun matchup, and this it's the kind of game we really need right now.
Yeah.
And I think this team is so excited for it, and I really think that tomorrow night both teams are gonna be at their best.
Yeah, this is a team that not only presents that talent challenge, but it's an emotional challenge as well. They've had some emotional challenges with a good Kentucky team and talent challenges with a team like DePaul, and now you kind of combine the two. Before we talk about your weekend at Seton Hall, too, I want to just mention Tori Collins, and this is kind of the no-brainer of the year, was Pitcher of the Week in the Big East, but she was joined by Alicia Wolney, who was Hitter of the Week, and Alicia, she drove in some runs this weekend. She had a great week for the Cards.
She did. She's kind of one of those kids who needs to get in a groove a little bit, feel good about it, see the ball really well, and she was struggling a little bit, had everybody gets their little week or two slump. She hit that, didn't look particularly good, really was struggling. Finally, one day I just said to her, I said, you just got to buck up and go in there. And to her credit, she totally did. She just went in there and took her hack, and she got a good cut. She didn't get a base hit, but she got a great cut. And that just opened her up, and she's like, I'm back. And she's been really smooth, and her swing has looked great, and the power's starting to come back again. And you can just tell she's kind of feeling that confidence again.
A little swagger out there for this team.
Yeah, and we need to get her back in there and swing the bat like she's been doing all year.
No question.
And she's really doing a great job for us. And wow, it's been tough to get the Player of the Weeks because Nibbins has been taking every one of them at South Florida for pitcher. And,
yes.
We seem to keep missing out. So this has been a wonderful week for us.
Well deserved for the Cards. And we touched on the midweek. Over the weekend, it's a trip back up to the Northeast. It's in New Jersey against Seton Hall, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday. And this is a program that doesn't put all their resources into their Olympic sports like the University of Louisville, but that's never stopped the kids from taking a lot of pride in what they do and being a pesky team to play. So it can be easy to lose focus when you play a weekend like this, and no matter what happens against USF, it's going to be key that the team's ready to play. Yeah.
I mean, whatever we do tomorrow cannot affect us, whether, no matter what the outcome is. What's really important is we've got to be prepared to play on the weekend against Seton Hall. They always have a very scrappy team. They always have some players on that team who can flat play for anybody.
Yep.
And they're always a good team at home. And I think for us, it's going in there and remembering we've got to keep playing ball at the highest level every game. We have to come out and compete all the time and be aggressive and attack. And if we do those things, we tend to do well. So those are the things we got to continue to do every game. Sounds like a coach to me. Right on the money. Best of luck to you this week and the weekend. Safe travel. We appreciate you watching. We look forward to talking next week. Follow along on UofLSports.com through Game Tracker to see how things go this weekend. And come on out to Ulmer Stadium on Wednesday. Should be a fun time. We'll talk next week right here on CardsTV.